Okay, what's up, y'all? Whew, baby. Whew, I'm so goddamn tight and tired, yo. I hope my flesh like this too. Oh, I'm starting to get me some little flowers on my little jalapeno flag. Go, peppers. Hey, what's up, yo? I'm all the way here for it. Dang, I left some pots outside. I'm gonna have to get them in a second. I gotta sit down for a second. I am so hot. All right, good. All right, yo. And these guys stirring still cigarettes gonna drop me up the wall. Whew, what y'all got doing? Now we can get to our little garden live stream. Okay. I'm gonna have to come out here. I guess tomorrow I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna come out here and clean up all this stuff. I'm gonna have to find a little container in the garage to put this stuff in. Then I'll be able to move some of the plants over. I bought two garden beds, but I think I'm really gonna put them on the outside because they're not gonna fit on the inside. But I bought them for my little cucumbers. Whew, I'm happy. I'm happy. I am so happy. This is better. Low key. Okay, this is live than my last greenhouse. You need everybody fit inside. We all inside chilling, yo. Me and all my little plants. My little stand fit inside. I would have to give me some lights to go all around the little edges, yo. Ooh. And then tomorrow I'm gonna build my garden beds and put them on the edge right here. And it looked like my cucumbers starting to get their true leaves. So I'm gonna go ahead and put them. I don't know where these dang mushrooms, bro. It's some mushrooms growing in the pot that my cucumbers is growing in, bro. Like they trying to take over the pot. But anyway, I'm about to move my cucumbers into like a garden bed so they can grow out today. You know what I'm saying? To their as possible to be as big as they possibly can. I'm excited, bro. I'm happy. I'm gonna have to re-put I guess tomorrow I'm gonna be organizing what it really come down to. It look like look, I showed here. It's basil growing out the ground over here. Sorry, baby. You ain't trying to stop your shine. You go ahead and grow with your friends in the greenhouse too. I ain't trying to hurt you. The nutrients for sure helping my cayenne pepper plant and my little jalapeno pepper plant doing their thing over here. Look like they both about to have some peppers going. I'm excited. I need to bring the ashtray out. Let me find some why would I even leave that out? Woo! But yeah, I'm excited. But that's why my objective tomorrow is gonna be organizing because I ain't do too much of organizing today. I just was trying to get everybody inside, yo. So everybody find a spot. I don't know what I'm gonna do about this basil bush that then took over this big old pot over here because this really supposed to be a tomato pot, and basil just completely took over it. I like it though. My first little hoop house. We didn't graduate. Okay, we graduated from having a greenhouse to having a hoop house. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited. All my kids, hopefully they gonna be happy about it. They had to thug it out for a couple days, you know what I'm saying, being on the outside, but hopefully they are excited about being back inside the greenhouse. Probably what happened with my cucumbers. They had to thug it being outside. Now I gotta hurry up and move them. I'm gonna have to try to get some soil over here tomorrow so I can move them and get them moved around because that ain't gonna work. I'm not trying to, and it's not to say I don't like mushrooms, but I'm not one of them people, you know what I'm saying, where I'm an explorer and I'm just trying to grow them on my own. I don't trust it, yo. I do not trust it. I don't trust it. And to be honest, while once again, it's not to say I don't like mushrooms, but I feel like mushrooms don't really have a taste to me to really just be stressing myself about growing mushrooms. So that ain't what I'm trying to go. So now I'm gonna have to go ahead and organize everything. What's up, Araya Sunshine? How you doing? Mm, I'm just looking around trying to see what plant survives, yo. I think I'm gonna start giving my carrots nutrients. They look like they doing their thing. I got purple carrots and white carrots sprouting up, red carrots, yellow carrots. I'm so dang hyped. Jesus. Don't judge me. Ooh, ooh, that's good. Ooh, Jesus. That's gonna be a whole event, baby. We is gonna be out here tomorrow, baby. You said Loxdale, skin drink, okay? Baby, in the garden, I'm happy, surrounded by all my little plants. I'm happy about my little babies, my other babies, okay? Woo! Baby, I feel like this right here is a full example of God getting something up out the way so we can have something better because I was really upset. I was upset. I was mad. And I feel like that was God's way of saying, get that sugar honey iced tea up out of here, bro, so we can get something better, bro. Why is you trying to save something that is already thrown to the side, bro? You don't throw that away. Trying to salvage nonsense. I'm trying to, man. Life be hard sometimes, but I do try to keep smiling. Woo, baby. I'm trying. I think I'm gonna get some more of them the little nails that I put some of the 6 inch. I think it's like 6 inch nails to hold it down, I'm gonna get some more. I'm gonna try to get longer ones if I can, so that it'll be, you know what I'm saying, kind of in the ground, so it ain't just easily thrown away. That's the way the other one was just flung away. Sheesh. Then I'm gonna have to get some bricks, but hopefully and prayerfully, we ain't got a lot of wind going on tonight. Oh man, or to tomorrow, at least until I get up. Tomorrow I'm gonna get up and we do have some extra bricks inside the garage. I'm gonna bring some of them out here and lay it around the edge. And I don't know if I'm even gonna have to do that because I am gonna put I bought some garden beds. I bought two, and I'm gonna put them along the side, along the edge on the outside. I was gonna put it on the inside, but it ain't gonna fit, to be honest. Even I feel like once I move what I want to move inside of it, it's still not gonna fit because most of the plants that are in here are not gonna go inside of the garden bed. Most of the plants in here are gonna stay in pots because my pepper plants are staying in their pots. Aloe vera is staying in this pot. I might move the beans and the peas into the garden bed so they'll have some more room. I know I'm gonna move my cucumbers and the melons into the garden bed so they'll have more room. Um, what else? I got tomatoes, but I don't know. I'm gonna also have to look and see what, you know what I'm saying, was destroyed in the last storm so I could, sow some more seeds. But I have some other pots for that. But I have two garden beds that I'm gonna have to put together, and I want to paint them pink. I do have some leftover spray paint, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I might just leave them alone because they silver. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, they had pink, but it was like the same price for one pink garden bed as for two silver garden beds, and like the cheap person inside of me refused to pay. You know what I'm saying? Double the price just so the garden bed could come pink. So I decided to go ahead and get the silver ones. And I think I'm gonna leave them silver and just put them on the outside. That'll be cool. Woo. As long as they serve their purpose, I might, you know what I'm saying, get some little pink lights or something like that. Next time I have some extra money, I ain't got extra money like that right now, but when I have some extra money, I might give me some pink little lights to go on the, along the edge of the garden bed, so it'll be cute. I don't even know, like, to be honest, looking at the pots that I have now that are supposed to be pink, they fading away to white, so I don't even know if it's worth it to really spend my money on pink pots because I'm not the type of person where I buy new pots every year. Like, I intend to keep my pots. You know what I'm saying? It's not a situation where I really want to be buying new pots every year. But this year, I am actually having more things sprout than I did last year, even though I have a lot, and I have a lot of seeds. Like, I really do have seeds for all kind of stuff. But even when it comes to that, most herbs are not the type of plants where they just last for 1 year. Like, they typically, like, stay. You know what I'm saying? Even if it die off a little bit in the winter, it'll come back the next year. So it's not a really necessity for me to keep on buying pots over and over again. But I do, you know what I'm saying, love, like, you know what I'm saying? One thing I do like is tomatoes. I love the tomatoes and how they got so big last year and they were so good. They were so sweet. You know what I'm saying? So I for sure want to grow different varieties of tomatoes this year. Right now we do have some sprouting. I forgot which pot they in. I think they in the pot over by the door. But you know what I'm saying? We have some tomatoes sprouting. I'm probably gonna have to move them into the garden bed because that pot is not big enough for them. And it looked like it's several of them that sprouted in there, so I'm for sure gonna have to move them into a bigger pot. And then I know I have some tomatoes over there that's sprouting in this other pot, but they already in a pot that's big enough for them. Either that or I might move the tomatoes in that pot into this pot that is sitting next to, but it looks like it's about 3 different plants. And if that's the case, I really probably end up moving them outside once they, have their true plant, they true leaves. Baby, don't judge me, y'all. I'm trying to cool off. I'm so hot. But I'm in love. I love my little hoop house. I'm so happy. Y'all absolutely rock my socks. Baby was out here upset, frustrated, and mad about my little greenhouse falling apart, and somebody sent me money to get another greenhouse. Baby, I love y'all. I sure do. Woo, baby, it's like feel like my head is on fire. That's how hot I am. And I got my little thermometer back here. It says it's only 80 some degrees outside. At least in here. I don't want to say outside, in here. But I think it's because I've been moving. Yeah, it say 81 degrees in here. I'm gonna have to find somewhere to put this. Well, I guess this just gonna have to go right here. I don't really have a place to sit. The things that I find that I purchased years ago, I didn't even know I had that. I completely forgot that I bought a thermometer. And I bought that years ago. But I overly joyed right now. I'm so happy. I hope my plants are gonna be happy. And whichever ones we lost, we gonna go ahead and sow some more seeds and hope they come back. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Win some, you lose some. We won a lot though, because you know what I'm saying? We still got basil, we got beans and peas growing over here. We got peppers coming in. Aloe vera is thriving. Basil is just really doing its thing. Tomatoes. There's some more basil back here thriving. My thyme is thriving. I finally got borage and milk thistle to grow, y'all. I'm so happy. And caraway and some cilantro. Okay, we got medicine growing up in here. I'm so happy. I can't wait to buy, you know what I'm saying, get my medicine going. I'm gonna have to get rid of these mushrooms though because it looks like they having a bad effect on my little cucumbers. We're gonna have to move them immediately tomorrow. Ooh, that ain't gonna work. I can't tell if my bee balm look like it's trying to grow. I can't tell if this is white sage sprouting. It looked like it is. I don't know what this is in the corner because the little tag is not even in here no more. Oh, you know what? I think this is rosemary and this is white yarrow over here. We got some stuff growing, so I'm happy about that. I'm mad about these stale cigarettes. I'll never buy cigarettes from that store again, bro. They have lost my business. They have for sure lost my business, bro. Put them in the freezer did not work. I'm so bad. I do not like wasting money because I don't have money to waste. Ooh, ooh. So what y'all doing? What y'all been up to? Before I ended up doing this here, I was sitting in the garage. Like I gave myself a little foot pedicure. I gave myself a pedicure because my feet been hurting real bad. And I was watching a movie. What's the name of that movie? Troll. Have y'all heard of it on Netflix? Not the kids one. I like the kids one too. I watched that with my baby. But I'm talking about the adult one that they made on Netflix about the giants. And it's interesting to me because in the movie, the giants were in a what is it called? Is it called petrified? Like they were in this stone like state. And it's like they woke up, like one woke up out of nowhere and it was like, you know what I'm saying? People thought it was a mountain. thought it was like a little hill, and it woke up out of nowhere. It shook everything up. People thought it was an earthquake, and it was a giant walking around. And I was like, that is interesting because that's what it say in the book of Enoch, that when the flood happened, the giants were petrified into mountains, and you know what I'm saying, they were frozen in time. And you know what I'm saying, a lot of people go around, and you know what I'm saying, they travel and they climb up the mountains, and they see certain areas where the mountain looks like a actual, like it is a face, like it looks like it is literally a body of a giant. It was interesting to me, I would say. I like movies like that. That you know what I'm saying? It's like it's a thriller. I don't know why I've grown into liking thrillers. When I was younger, I don't like certain kind. Like I don't like the ones that are about people being possessed and stuff like that, because I really do feel like, you know what I'm saying, them kind of movies be having like evil spirits. You know what I'm saying? I don't like them kind of movies. I can't stand. I don't even like watching them. The closest I'll get to watching a movie like that is the movie what was the name of that movie? I forgot the name of the movie, but it wasn't about evil spirits. It was about voodoo. And it was about this it was about a couple, like they were what was the name of that movie? I'm trying to think of the name, but I forgot. But it was this couple that was slaves, and they ended up like switching their consciousness into the consciousness of the children that belonged to their owners. And like they did some kind of little ritual, and they jumped into the kids. And then, you know what I'm saying, they eventually ended up like carrying on like that, living forever. And it's like they would play a certain song. I forgot the name of the movie, yo. I forgot the name of the movie. Hopefully, eventually, Goy gonna remind me. I forgot the name of the movie, but I can see it and everything. And it's like, I think the biggest part about the about what they were doing is they were like, if somebody don't believe, it ain't gonna work. So basically, they would like do certain things to cause the person that was they, you know what I'm saying, that they chose to kind of make them believe or whatever. I like them kind of movies. I like Ease by You. I like that movie. You know what I'm saying? I like movies that have like not only just a thrill to it, but I like it like it's realistic. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it, but I liked them. It was cool. I can't start the second one. I wasn't paying attention as much as I was to the first one, because the first one it had my undivided attention. The second one, I started building the greenhouse in the garage before I brought it out here. Baby, and when I say drenched in sweat, I had to take a break before I came out here and started trying to put it together. And as y'all saw, I wasn't able to put it together by myself. I had to ask my baby to come out here and help me. So praise God, he was still here, because I don't know how I was gonna get it finished. This was the first time that me building a greenhouse that I was not able to build by myself. The first one I got was so small, but I had help. But low key, he got called away. My friend, he got called away in the middle of us building it, and I dang near built it by myself by the time he came back. The second one, my second husband was like refusing to look at the instructions. Y'all know how men are. He refused. He threw the instructions to the side, Dana threw them in the trash can and just started trying to just put it together. And I just sat there watching him like this is sipping on one of these here, bro, sipping on the daddy, just watching him mess around, bro, until he finally got distracted and I finally went ahead and put it together. And as we already know, my other one, the last one, I put it together by myself. And this one, my baby helps me. Hey, hopefully the one my baby helps me, this the one that lasts. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be nice. Okay. Oh, Jesus, it is hot. I'm cooling off though. I'm so happy. I am enjoying this little. It is so cute. And I'm so happy. Like it just covered it's the whole little space, y'all. And everything fit, even my little stand fit. Baby, finally got me a greenhouse that my stand fit in. And you know what I'm saying? And all my plants can fit in here. So nobody feel left out. You know what I'm saying? It's not a situation where one of my plants feel left out. I'm happy because y'all already know, even though I literally am an influencer and I live my life online half the time. I'm shy, bro. And it's not a situation where I want people staring at me, you know what I'm saying, all day, every day. And I do kind of like some kind of, you know what I'm saying, to feel like I'm indoors and I'm covered in some shape, form, or fashion. I don't want people to be, you know what I'm saying? And I'm just being real, which is why I didn't get the white and I got green, you know what I'm saying? Because I prefer to have some kind of, you know what I'm saying? Even though I know you can still see through it, but mentally, it just feels like I'm indoors versus just being outside where people can just sit around staring at me because I don't like that. I don't like people just staring at me. It makes me feel weird. It really does. I know y'all like, Star, you is crazy, bro. You are literally on live right now. I know, bro. I know, but it's different, bro. It just feels different to me because this is like online, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Whatever. Oh, the lights gonna come on. Oh, and then y'all gonna be able to see the lights behind me. Hey, I gotta put my other lights up. But the only thing is, oh, there they go. But the only thing is, they plug in. They're not solar, so I'm gonna actually have to get some other ones somehow, some way. I know one thing. I'm gonna move all this stuff out of here, and I think I'm gonna get like a little. I'm definitely gonna have to organize in here tomorrow. That is my goal. Tomorrow we are organizing the greenhouse, the hoop house, and the hoop house. We're gonna organize the hoop house tomorrow, and we're gonna build the garden beds and put them on the side of the hoop house. Organize the hoop house, and hopefully, prayerfully, get some soil so we can go ahead and transplant the cucumbers and let me see. I think the melons, the cucumbers, and definitely the beans and the peas into they permanent home so they can be, you know what I'm saying, happy. Because I think they ready for it. I think they ready. Then I can, you know what I'm saying, mess around and come out here and water them tomorrow and make them happy. But I'm cheerful. I am. I am. I'm glad that I went ahead. I was tired too. At first, I wasn't gonna go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, and build through. I was gonna wait until tomorrow, but I'm glad I went ahead and built it today because tomorrow I already have a lot to do. I already like. I'm just looking around right now, and I have a lot of organizing to do. I really do. I don't know why my cayenne pepper is growing like crazy, but it just looks so. Well, some of the leaves do, not all of them. This is what, um, it's like something. Maybe it's just going to sleep, and I'm tripping. It's just, I'm just being real. Maybe it's because I haven't been out here, yo. To spend the time with my babies. I shall do. I haven't been out here to spend the time with my friends. Oh, look at my little bees coming in. My little bees coming in. My bees look like they need some nutrients. I'm happy to y'all some nutrients, but they truly coming in, so they ready to move. We're gonna go ahead and move y'all and give y'all some basil as a neighbor. I'm probably gonna have to take notes on this. I'm actually gonna do that in a second. I found my little notebook the other day. I was going through my what is it called? I was going through my little box, the box that I took out of my storage, my some of my stuff from my not my storage, from my trailer. I don't know why I said my storage. That stuff is gone. But anyway, some of the stuff that I was able to get out of my trailer, and I went ahead and I found my little notebook. I'm gonna have to take notes of the certain things that I'm gonna have to go ahead and the things that I do want to transplant right now. What has its true leaves, and I see some of my cucumbers too. And I definitely want to move them immediately because they don't look too hot. I don't know what kind of mushroom these is, but I'm for sure, almost, baby. We about to move them immediately, probably early tomorrow morning, because the mushrooms is trying to take over right there. I seen them somewhere else, but I'm trying to remember what pot I seen them in. I don't know what kind of mushrooms these are. I don't know if they edible or not, and I really don't care because I'm not trying to grow mushrooms. Oh, God. Mm, I am tired. I know that. The girl is sleepy. I'm so content. The lashes that I actually wanted to get came in today too, so I'm gonna do my lashes tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna do them before or after I come out here and do everything I have to do. Hmm. Really halfway need to take these dang nails off to do what I need to do tomorrow because I'm gonna have to be digging in dirt. We're gonna be playing in dirt tomorrow, and I ain't really got no big old shovel or nothing like that. It is really bothering me. I don't know what kind of restaurant these are. Hey, one of the dang mushrooms that made a dang hole in the pot, so the water is seeping out on that side. That's not cool. So we watered at least the plants that I know love water. Hey, what's up, King Kimberly? I'm at least trying to water the plants that I know just gotta have water today. And hopefully everybody else can chill until tomorrow. But I know for sure my beans is ready. They look like theirs is ready. Oh, lights that came on. They so pretty. I would have bought some more of these little flamingo lights. They are so cute. They'll look really cute going along the side. You know what I'm saying? And the little garden beds. Ooh, that's gonna be so pretty, yo. I hate that y'all can't see it, but I'm gonna reorganize everything tomorrow. And, and try to make it look a little more pretty. But y'all can see these back here. They doing their thing in the back. And I guess I could pull the other ones out here, but the only thing is, even though this greenhouse have windows, it ain't a situation where it ain't no hole in it, so you can't really just, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We're gonna figure that out. I still got a tie. I really didn't even tie this corner over here. That one is tied. That one is untied. I'm tie that. All the rest of them is tied. That's cool. I'm tired. I'm so happy. I like my little green. I like my little hoop house. I am content. I love this little hoop house. It is nice, yo. That's why my players over here looking said they wanted some water. It's been hot today and they thirsty. They like, dang, we've been out in the sun all day, yo. You left us outside. They like, you disrespectful. You left us outside all for the past few days, bro. We done went from being inside the house and having us a little highs, bro, to being outside. And you expected us to be happy. We mad right now. Hopefully they happy when they see me tomorrow. We'll see how they go. But I know one thing, I for sure want some more flamingo decorations. I don't know. I kind of want to leave them lights in my room because they look kind of cute where I got them at. When I remember to plug them up, they look cute at nighttime. That's like my own little personal ambiance. And to be honest, out here, the only way I will be able to have them on is if I plug them up, which I could, but I would have to go through plugging and putting it in this plug right here and then putting an extension cord in here, which I might end up doing that anyways because it's probably going to, especially like, you know what I'm saying, the Houston summers, I'm going to probably have to put a fan in here because it get hot. It really do. It get hot. I'm going to have to bring my little broom out here and sweep my little rug just so that it don't be. It's supposed to be black and white. My little black and white striped rug. It got dirt and all kind of stuff on. We gonna sweep up a little bit. Have her looking nice. Baby, that's just baby things that I learned in the desert because that is one of my chores that I used to do when I was staying in the desert. I used to when I would take care of her greenhouse, I would sweep up. Like she had a little runway, kind of just like baby. I did buy it just the way you know. Said I got a miniature version of what she got going on. She got a bigger hoop house than this though. Her hoop house is the size of this backyard. And that's funny, but it's the truth. That lady hoop house is the size of this backyard. But anyways, that was one of my chores. See, like you know what I'm saying? It was like a little runway going through it, and I would sweep the center part of it. But it does help because other way, you know what I'm saying? Otherwise, it can get kind of dirty. We ain't trying to deal with that. I don't want it to look dirty in here. I want it to look nice. And I do want to add some more little flamingos. I want like possibly two more of those in like this area. Maybe mm, like have two, maybe four, like one here, and one here, and one here. And then either that or have some going along the outside. I'm gonna have to figure that out. But that is what I'm sitting up here thinking about. What I want to do. What kind of, because we gotta add more pink now. We gotta have more lights because I know once it gets dark, it's gonna be really dark back here. And even though my camera, the light on my camera cut on, but I'm gonna have to put all that stuff. And I guess the stuff with my old greenhouse, y'all, because she is just completely destroyed. She's demolished. That was a complete. We go ahead and said, if you don't get this little bitty ish up out of here, bro, get rid of it. It's over. It's like trying to save it. I said no. I guess I'm gonna fold up the little cover and put it somewhere in the garage. I don't know, like what I would use it for, but what I would, and it's like I don't know what I would use it for because I was thinking about, I already said that I was gonna save the panels. That's what they call panels. I was gonna say the panels of the old green, the last one, so that if I build one out of wood, I could just, what I'm saying, nail or staple the panels to the wood. But now it's kind of like I don't know what I'm gonna use that cover for. I guess I can resell it because it ain't really nothing wrong with it. It's just that the greenhouse fell apart. I guess we gonna return her. We might as well get that little $30 back because I need it. Follow the advice that I received. Okay, somebody said send it back. We're gonna go ahead and send her back because I don't really have no use for it. Put it on offer up or something like that. You know what I'm saying? See if somebody want it, but it's like I don't even know what I would like. What can I do with that? Like, even if it was a situation where I was to decide that I wanted to go ahead and get another greenhouse that size, it's pointless for me to have that because it's gonna come with the cover. And I don't see the point in buying another greenhouse because this one is big enough for like everything. Everything fit in here except the plants that literally cannot be in here because cucumbers have to have bees, tomatoes have to have bees. So and like what I'm saying, and I don't want to say flies per se, but bees for sure, for sure. You know what I'm saying? And with those kind of plants, because I mean those kind of insects, because they help with the process of the peppers too. But peppers, they can kind of stay in here. The peppers that I had in third ward, they stayed inside the greenhouse and they did fine. But I do know that it is possible for me to like, what I'm saying, use like Q-tips and like help them, help them out. But in reality, it's bees, it's wasps for sure. And I've seen some bees, so you know what I'm saying. Hopefully they do their job and get it done. So we'll see. That's the main point of me buying the flowers, was so I can, what I'm saying, get some bees to come around. The flowers are pretty soon. But I'm for sure gonna reorganize them. That's gonna be my task for tomorrow, y'all. Reorganizing the garden, yo. I'm for sure gonna buy a fan. We gotta have a fan in here. It might be worth the money to go ahead and get an extension cord and get a fan because all the solar fans are so dang expensive. They cost at least $30, yo. What's up? What's up? What's up? How you doing? I do want a fan have a little fan in here, not only for me but also for the plants because you know what I'm saying, so that the air can circulate. But I do one thing I do like about this hoop house is it not only has, you know what I'm saying, the zip up door, but it also has a zip up like above door. So even if it's a situation where I don't want the door all the way open, it can still have the breeze coming in. But obviously, you know what I'm saying, with the garden, I don't want it to be a situation where the bug door is all like on all the time because I do want bees to come in here and do their thing. But that's why I said I'm gonna come out here and I'm gonna have to build the little, what do they call it, the garden beds and put them on the side so that the plants that have to have bees can be outside instead of being inside because otherwise they're not gonna be able to do that thing the way I want them to do that thing. And then we definitely want them to be able to do that thing. So we're gonna have to put them outside so that they can get the sunlight and the bees and whatnot. But I'm digging it. I'm so happy. I love y'all so much. I'm so happy. I love my little green house. It is so cute. It's my little hoop house. Okay, I keep on disrespecting it. Calling it the greenhouse. I love my little hoop house. I'm hyped. I'm hyped about it. The little hoop house that my baby came out here. He'll be put together, yo. Oh, 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 I'm so tired. Mm, mm, mm. Lord, I'm so tired. Lord have mercy. This was a whole event. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I feel why, like, I now understand why I was led to go ahead and soak my feet before this greenhouse got here. Because it was a whole bit putting this thing together, baby. Even though I tried to, you know what I'm saying, we try to work smarter, not harder. I was sitting in my rocking chair and I did whatever I could while I was sitting down. But baby, even with that, sweating, drenched in sweat, tired, hot, and it just, oof, it was still a bit much. But I'm very happy with the outcome. Yeah, it's about time. I'm gonna have to go ahead and move my beans. I'm happy they all sprouted this year. Last year, nothing, like none of my beans sprouted, yo. But one thing that I noticed, you know what I'm saying, everybody is always talking about these stackable planters, yo. They not working. They have not worked for me. Last year when I had them in the stackable state, they did not work for me. It like it's kind of like you have to keep rotating them because if you don't rotate them, all the plants don't receive sun. And last year, I put beans in my stackable planter, and none of my beans sprouted. They didn't grow, none of that. But I halfway also feel like beans like being in a greenhouse. I don't know, and that halfway make me feel. I don't know. I don't even know if I want to put them outside like that because I don't want to put them outside and then they get upset. You know what I'm saying? And don't want to do their thing. So I don't know how I would do that. I might also see my original plan was to put the garden bed inside the greenhouse, which I could also do that. I really have three if I include this pink one, which I might put the pink one inside here, but it depends on how many pots I'm able to put, like, you know what I'm saying, outside. How many plants I will be able to put outside. But I guess what I could do is I could also put, okay, Okay, y'all. What we could do is, and y'all can talk to me about this too. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't just gotta just watch me. You know what I'm saying? You can say something if you want. But what we could do is, and if you a gardener, baby, speaker forever hold your peace. What we could do is put the pink one on this side over here, and kind of let the pots that's doing a thing, because that's what's mostly going on. Let me show y'all while we still got some kind of like what's going on. What's going on up in here? Look around, girl. Oh, hold on. Okay, on this side over here, I have like y'all see I got all my big pot plants over here. But over here we have the plants that are in the stackable planters, and then right here I have this pot right here. And on this side, I basically just got one big pot, well, two big pots, but this one, the second one don't count because that is definitely going to have to go on the outside in a and then a bunch of stackable planters. Okay. So what I'm thinking is, what we could do is how we could plan this out. And we about to have to shut it down because either that I could switch it. Let me see. I'm gonna switch to my other phone. But what we could do is I'm gonna have to switch my other phone because this phone is about to go put on me. What we could do is we could go ahead and put the pink garden bed on the inside in here. And then after we put the pink garden bed on the inside in here, what is it? Oh, somebody came outside. We could put the pink garden bed on the inside in here. We could put some of these planters around the edge of the pink garden bed and then put the ones that don't fit over on this side, because I can move these beans over into the pink garden bed, and then definitely probably some basil. I'm gonna look up what else could go good with beans. We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna do something. I know one thing. I'm about to go and get my charger because I don't feel like leaving. I don't feel like I still got beer left. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Okay, so I went and got my charger. Now I gotta figure out how to All right. So I'm gonna have to move y'all closer to me. I hope y'all don't mind. Boom. Problem solved. And my lighter. No, cigarette pack. Oh, yep, and my lighter. Everything. Okay. Baby, that is better. And we got a double win because I can go ahead and plug my fan in. Like, we just don't have to order us a fan. There we go. You have to order a fan and a light. I was thinking about god dang beetles, bruh. That is one bug that I was not trying to invite in, but I guess it's fine. I guess, bruh. Slid up in the. That's one bug that we is not trying to have up in here, bruh. Anyways, I like it. I feel like it's a vibe. Let me in the drink. Oh, this is these like my little flamingos in the back. Y'all can't see my flamingos. Hold on. At the very least, you can barely see me. Let me cut the light off. All right. Now y'all can see me. Let me see. Okay. I am now understanding why there is a bug catcher on this thing, bro. Dang, beetles coming back here. Y'all were not invited. Anywho, what's up, y'all? Baby, we having our own little backyard party, bro. I am so hyped. I like it. I like it. I would have to, but I would have to for sure take down this other little thing. You little greenhouse disaster over there, bro. That's gonna have to go. It look like my door is unlocked. Let me show y'all what I'm talking about. Y'all see, is that a slit? Is that a slit? It look unlevel, yo. But anyways, I'm hyped. 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 I love you. I got me on thoughts, yo. I feel like I graduated from a course. I do. I feel like I graduated from a class, yo. From the minis. Started off with the minis. And then the tiny, and then you know what I'm saying, the 4 footer, and then you know what I'm saying. I'm so happy. I'm so happy about my little greenhouse show. Let me see what my phone talk about. I can't tell if that beetle is on the outside or the inside, but I know one thing: I don't want him in here. They try to get in, bro. The little beetles is trying to get in the greenhouse. The beetles is trying to come up in here, man. I'm so glad I put that little thing on. I like the bug catcher. At first, I was talking noise, but now I like it. At least when I'm in here. I guess when I'm not in here, it don't matter. But when I'm in here, I definitely like the bug catcher because the beetles is definitely trying to come up in here. Why? I don't know, but they trying to come in. Houston weather so crazy though. I know for sure I'm gonna try to as soon as I can order me some more of them little I forgot what they call the little nails that you put in the ground. I'm gonna try to order some more of them and put them all around so she can stay down instead of flying away. What y'all doing? How is y'all Memorial Day going? I've been trying my best to relax. I can't stand. I'm gonna jump off it to skip away from, you know what I'm saying. But I don't want to be disobedient to what God want me to do. But I really halfway want to switch over to gardening, bro, because I'm tired of receiving messages about thoughts, bro. I'm tired of it. It makes me mad. It makes me upset. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the, like, you know what I'm saying, receiving the same messages, bro. Receiving messages about women that are so arrogantly thinking that they should be able to steal other people's men. Receiving messages about racist, hateful people. Receiving messages about men that think that they should be able to sleep with a woman just because she's single and she's there. Like, I'm tired. I feel like I keep receiving the same thing over and over again, and it's making no logical sense to me. I'm just being real. Even though I do receive some messages, you know what I'm saying, that don't have nothing, but some of it's just like, why, Lord? Why, Lord? Why? My entire body is sore from putting this thing together. I don't want to say my whole my shoulders and my neck is sore. I'm tired. Y'all know one thing I miss about the desert, yo. I miss the stars, yo. I really do. I miss being able to look up and see all the stars at night. You cannot see that in the city. You can barely even see any. And the only thing I see is the moon. And even though the moon is beautiful, but I do like to see all the stars. I miss that. That is like such a nice little vibe. something I definitely miss. Being able to sit out on the porch, cut our lights off, and you ain't even gotta cut. You know what I'm saying? Just have a few little lights on and see all the stars. It is like a whole vibe. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know how to explain it. That's one thing I like about the beach because a lot of people don't know that. That's why originally my nickname is Star because I like looking at the stars. But anyways, the beach you can see definitely more stars than you can see in Houston because the city lights take away the stars. Like you can't really see it. But in the desert, it's a situation where you can like see it's like not only just the main stars, you can see them all around you, like every, like it don't matter which direction you look, you can see stars in a, it's like a full globe of stars all around you. It's so pretty. It is so pretty. One thing I miss about staying in the middle of nowhere, bro, you see stars everywhere. I love it. It is such a vibe. And I hate that you can't see them as much, but I'm gonna try to build that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to give me some lights so I can have like a little ambience going on in my little hoop house. Hold on, let me refill my cup. I just want to have me a little ambience going on here. You said that's right. It's a nice vibe. It is a nice vibe. It's a cool little vibe to be able to see the stars. And it's like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, it don't matter which way you turn, you going to see nothing but stars. That is so pretty. I remember when my friend first showed me that, we walked to a certain area of the property where it was like nothing, and you could see everything. Like it don't matter which way you turn, you see nothing but stars, and then you turn stars, and then you turn stars, you turn stars. It's not a situation where you just see the Little Dipper or the Big Dipper. Nah, bro, you see all the constellations. You could pull out an astrology book and be like, okay, there's Sirius, and there's this one, and there's that one, and there's this one, and there's that one, and I see this one, and you see them all. They're so pretty. What about like that is one of my favorite vibes about. I like the middle of nowhere. I really do like it. You know what I'm saying? But for those of you like, why you want to move out there, Star? My baby will have a fit. I'm not gonna leave my son again. I'm really trying my, you know what I'm saying? Even though my ex, you know what I'm saying, he came close to it, but you know what I'm saying, in reality, San Antonio not that far. But moving to the middle of nowhere is so far, and I know my son will not be happy if I move so far away. He gonna be sad. So, and then he's here to move that far. The farthest I move is like to the outskirts, which is what I really want. That's what I want is to have be a house on the outskirts. But at the same time, it's just like, you know what I'm saying? The climate and the way things is going right now is so many racist people in this world. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? I gotta say, it seems like it is a war against black women right now. So I feel like it's not safe for a woman, you know what I'm saying, a black woman to be staying in the middle of nowhere by herself. So this is why, you know what I'm saying, I chose to come back and to be around my family. You said that I'm at home, bruh. I'm at home, bruh. I feel you. You said not too much drinking alcohol. I'm at the house, bruh. The door is right there. And it ain't no, you know what I'm saying? Even though I know some people is brave, but I got a camera right there, bro, and she works. Okay, every time I walk, it's just me walking in the door right there or walking towards that area. The light come on and the camera come on. But I feel you. I will be careful. You know what I'm saying? But while I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying, do seem like it's a war against black women. They constantly finding bodies in the bayou. It's so many black women that are like disappearing, you know what I'm saying? And it's like kept on a hush. And I have seen some people come out and talk about it, about all these missing women, bro. And it don't make no sense that all these women is just disappearing and vanishing out of thin air. What is really going on in this world? Hmm. But that's why I said, if I, you know what I'm saying, if it's a situation where I'm gonna be sick, I might as well stay with my mama, because what logic does it make for me to spend, you know what I'm saying, gather together thousands or thousands of dollars to buy a house, and then, you know what I'm saying, get there, and you know what I'm saying, what happened to me last year, that was like a waste of money. And I glorify God that I'm almost done paying it off. But I feel like it was a waste of my money. It was a waste of my time. I could have just paid my charger off and got it painted the color that I wanted to. If I was going, you know what I'm saying? If I would have knew it was going to end up that way, that was pointless. That was a waste of money. It really was. It was a waste of money. It was a waste of time. I don't want to say a waste of time because it was fun. But in reality, me and my son could have just rented a RV for the summer. You know what I'm saying? And had like, you know what I'm saying, an RV for the summer, and did our little camping thing for the summer last year, and that would have been that. But it was no point in us buying an entire house just for people to be hating and to be angry because how dare I have the audacity to buy a trailer? Like, no, ain't nobody got time for that. You know what I'm saying? It's too many hateful people out here. They get mad about you having just a little bit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? It could be a situation where it's a little bit of nothing. But just because of the color of your skin, they don't like that you have it. And that's sick to me. Some people are just really hateful. It's a lot of wicked people in this world. They hate to see somebody else having anything. And because of that, it's just, you know what I'm saying? And I get it. Regardless if somebody said that's watching me on live right now, or if it's somebody that watched my live stream later, you might be like, dang, Star, why should you hold yourself down? You know what I'm saying? Just because of how other people feel. I feel you. But you know what I'm saying? The experience that we had, these people was goddamn me trying to tie our trailer up to their truck and pull us off. If for real, for real. Me and my baby, I had to like I woke up every day. God woke me up at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I went outside and sat in my garden with my bat, bro. Because they act like, you know what I'm saying? They just was not understanding. They was not finding, and they knew what I had going on because it ain't no situation where I act like, you know what I'm saying? I let them know. Because after I kept on noticing old dude try to come in my trailer, I went and talked to the manager and I let her know, look, I have X, Y, and Z going on. If he come in there, it's gonna be a problem. And you know what I'm saying? She, oh well, he wasn't trying to do that and da. And she talking about what she saw on her cameras. I have cameras. I saw him. I saw him. I saw him. I saw what he was doing, and he was trying to come in my goddamn house, bruh. And did it time and time again. And then I moved to an entirely different trailer park on the other side of town. And you know what he did? He went and moved over there so that he followed us. That's how racist and hateful people is, bro. And hate for you to have a little bit of anything, bro. And I don't know what God had for me. I don't know who God had for me. I don't know X, Y, and Z. I don't know all the, you know, the etceteras. I don't know if it's a situation where maybe God just want me to stay here with my mom. I don't know. But in reality, I know one thing. It's not it like I'm not finna waste thousands upon thousands of dollars buying land, buying a house, and building it up the way that I want it to be just for people to harass me and stalk me and make me miserable while I stay there. What is the point? If that's, I might as well stay here. I'm just being real. I'm being real. That's what I realized in Austin. You know what I'm saying? It was like, what is the point of me leaving from here? And even though I'm dealing with nonsense, but it's like at the same time, I'd rather deal with the nonsense here than to deal with the nonsense there. What is the point? I might as well be in a place where I could be up under my son, around at least some of my family. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a situation where I'm just being let the police know about him. I feel you, but it's just like I just feel like I feel like it will be pointless because they just gonna say if somebody haven't all the way broke into your house, they gonna basically say that it's a waste of time for you to call them, and it's a waste of time for you. Like, I don't know how to say it. They will basically look at it as a situation where you just being like conspiracy, or you just assuming things, even though you know what I'm saying. What I'm doing is I have videos of certain things, and I have them saved. I have videos that I have uploaded to YouTube, but I haven't posted and made public on YouTube. But if I need to, I will. Because it shouldn't be no situation where I'm sitting in my house minding my business, sitting in my garden minding my business, on my mother's property minding my business, and people are constantly harassing me and bothering with me. And I get it. Even when I get my own house, it could be the same thing. But it's one thing when you by yourself, and it's another thing when you with somebody else. And that's how I feel. Even when it comes to the situation with like staying in hotels, if it's like one thing I realized about hotels is if it's a situation where the person that is managing the hotel or owns the hotel is the person that is trying to traffic you and trying to kick your door in, the police is going to take that person's side versus your side because technically it's their property. And in reality, I get it. We shouldn't even have to deal with that. It shouldn't be a situation where somebody, you know what I'm saying, you didn't already pay your rent. You didn't already pay whatever it is that you are owed, and somebody is trying to force you into doing something that you shouldn't have to do, or trying to do X, Y, and Z. In reality, it's a situation where it's a lot of greedy people out here. And that's how I feel about, you know what I'm saying, people that have my second job, you know what I'm saying, that drive for Uber Eats or for DoorDash, and they sitting up here trafficking people at the same time. They, you know what I'm saying, delivering people food and trying to see who stay there. And is it a woman that's by herself? And okay, I'm gonna do this, that, and the third. I'm gonna try to come back to her house later. It don't make no sense, bro. You already making money, you already have a good job. It doesn't make any sense as to why you are also simultaneously trying to traffic people, trying to trap people, and trying to have people kidnapped from their homes. That is just pure D evil. I'm just being real. It don't make sense. But when it come down to it, I feel like it's one thing, like I get it, but I've tried that already. Like I talked to them already. It's not a situation where I haven't called the police on people and I haven't talked to the police about people. But from my experience, it be a situation where they just like, well, it's nothing that we can do if having nobody actually been able to come in. And it's nothing that we can do if they said it was an accident. It's nothing that we can do. I remember one time I was at a hotel and the manager started kicking, like he was trying to kick the door in. And then when I opened the door, he act like, you know what I'm saying, that he wasn't trying to, you know what I'm saying, cause me no harm. And he was just trying to make sure I was okay, which I know that was BS, because if it was the situation where he was just trying to make sure I was okay and see what was going on in there, he could have called on the phone. It could have been a situation where, you know what I'm saying, but he saw what I had going on and he changed his mind about that. But in reality, from a police standpoint, they gonna be like, well, it sounded like it was, you know what I'm saying? I remember one time I was recording a video and somebody was trying to kick my hotel door in. And I posted it. Guess what they said? Well, it seemed like it's a situation where it was an accident and they weren't really trying to, they were trying to. in reality, they really were trying to kick the door in. They really were trying to break into my hotel room. But they realized that I was about to beat them up and they decided to move on about their business. And in reality, I just feel like sometimes it's like, yeah, you could call them and you could make a note of it and you could let them know that what's going on. And I get what y'all saying because it's a paper trail. But in reality, it's like you got to sit on hold for what, 30 minutes to an hour. And then by the time they answer the phone, they got an attitude and they feel like you wasting their time. And in reality, it is messed up that they be like that because it is serious. And just because it's a situation where I can, in fact, defend myself, it shouldn't be a situation where you push what I'm talking about off to the side and act like it don't matter. But I get it because simultaneously, what can they do? Because no, like, you know what I'm saying? In reality, while somebody was trying to commit a crime, in reality, they didn't. Because by the time I came to the door, they changed their mind about it. Thank you, Frank. What's the? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I broke two of them while I was out here, bro. Putting the hoop house together. But I am happy about the hoop house. I want to get some lights to go out here, yo. I do. I feel like that would be so pretty, yo. Even though I have some lights, but I want to add some more. I want to add some more lights. I feel like that would be so pretty. Add some more lights out here. I feel like it is a whole vibe. I am so happy. I'm so happy. I feel like I am in complete bliss in my little hoop house right now. And I can't wait to add my little garden beds to the side. But I'm gonna do that tomorrow because I'm tired, y'all. I am so like my back hurt, my neck hurt, like everything. I know when I fall out, I'm just gonna be like, when I finally go to sleep. When I finally lay down. But right now, I want to, you know what I'm saying, enjoy the vibe of my little hoop house. I'm happy. I love it. You know what I'm saying? They brought my little extension cord out here. I guess I'm going to leave it out here and try to spend some time out here, you know what I'm saying, and enjoy it. I'm going to try to put forth effort. I like it. It's really cute. I want to get some more flamingos out here. You know what I'm saying? We only got. I want to get some more of my little standing flamingos. I would like to get some more. I'm gonna see how but I'm gonna reorganize the greenhouse in general. Anyways, I'm just trying to figure out how I'm gonna do it. That's what I was talking about earlier before I went inside and went to the garage and got the extension cord. I think But I think what I'm gonna do is move this garden bed on this side over here, and then move whatever pots over here, and then that'll be good. I'm definitely going to put this stuff in a I have some containers, but I'm gonna have to empty one of them out, and bring it out here and put it in the corner over there, so I can put the stuff that's in there, and then put the other ones on the outside. And that's what we're gonna be doing tomorrow. That's I already got a whole itinerary, a whole garden itinerary for tomorrow, yo. Get ready for it. I feel like I'm in the big leagues now, bro. Okay. Staying off grid, that was my training. Which is wild because, you know what I'm saying, while I was staying out there, they created a whole little online school for staying off grid. And it was interesting to me because like me staying out there is like me going to school to learn how to like do all the stuff that they was doing. I literally learned so much just by staying with them. I learned how to how to do electricity. I learned how to do plumbing. I learned how to garden. I learned I learned how to build. I know how to lay brick, how to mix concrete. I learned so much, bro, just by staying with them. It was like going to school, bro. And I don't know what all that is for, bro. I don't know what God got going on, bro, that he wanted me to learn what I learned, but I did. I know how to do so much. If I wanted to, I could build a dang greenhouse out of brick. But who don't want to take the time to do that is me. I remember I told my daddy that I learned how to lay concrete and mix brick and build brick and all that. And my daddy said, "Why in the world would you be doing that?" He said, "I don't even do that." And my daddy know how to do everything, bro. Everything, bro. He like, you know what I'm saying? And I don't even like. I feel like it would be an understatement to call him a maintenance man because he know how to do everything, bro. He said, "I don't even like concrete. I don't mix concrete." He said, "Why would you?" And he was like talking about my logic for moving off grid. He was like, I know. He was like, the world is kind of crazy and there's a lot of stuff going on, but why in the world would you want to be out there, bro? Even if it is a situation where the world was coming to an end, and you know what I'm saying, the safest place to go was to be in the middle of nowhere. Like, why would you want to be there? Why would you want to be? He said, why would it? He said, why would you want to be in the like? Why would you want to be alone? And I thought about it, bro. Who wants to be in a world where it's like nobody else there, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Walking, you know, like the Walking Dead show, bro. How they living, bro, and how it's like all the people that they love is gone, and it's just them, and it's depressing. Like every day is depressing. Every day is sad. Who wants to live through that? And then you know what I'm saying? I think about the Bible and how it say like God's people not even gonna have to go through that. God said when it come down to all that, his people is not gonna have to go through that. His people is gonna be a situation where they just gonna vanish out of nowhere. So like I do kind of get it because it's kind of like who wants to go through that's sad. That is depressing. Now it's one thing if it's, you know what I'm saying, if it's a vibe where your whole family decides to move off grid and you got your person and you got your kids and you know what I'm saying, your siblings and X, Y, Z, bro, it's a whole other thing when it's just you alone or it's just you and your person. That can be kind of depressing, y'all, because even sometimes you want to get a break from them, bro. Who wants to go through that, bro? And I love staying off grid, but I think that's just because I'm a loner and I like being alone. But simultaneously, even staying off grid, one thing that I realized is that I like being around other people. I so frequently wanted to go to the city. And you know what I'm saying? My friends say that all the time. Why do you keep why do you keep wanting to go to the city? And it was just like I like being alone. I'm an introvert. I like being by myself. But simultaneously, I don't like being by myself to that extent. I want to be around other people sometime, bro. I really do. Even right now, it's not a situation. I'm alone, but I ain't all the way alone. I'm on live. You know what I'm saying? um, I don't know. I think I moved to the country, to the outskirts. I don't know. Whew, it is so pretty out here. So y'all, I still gotta tie the ropes down. I think I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I'm gonna do that tomorrow. Tomorrow we gonna tie the ropes down and put everything. I'm gonna try to get all my garden tools. I'm gonna get a basket for the stuff, but for the most part, I'm gonna try to put them down here on this rack and get all my plants that I can on the ground in the greenhouse. This has definitely like automatically become my happy place. I love this like little hoop house. It just made me so happy, bro. I don't know why. It just makes me so content to see all the little green around me. It's so, but I'm gonna try my best to get it as organized as I can. I don't know how big my garden beds is. I might be able to fit more plants inside of it than I expected. You know what I'm saying? Than I thought. We're gonna see. We're gonna see. I don't know. We're gonna see. We're gonna try. We're gonna put forth effort. We're gonna put forth effort. I'm gonna try to figure that out. That might be what I use that other bag for to cover them up, so that whatever is in there is happy. But hopefully my little chair dry up. I should have brought my little cleaning brush out here to clean it, but I ain't feel it. I'm so tired. After building this greenhouse, I am exhausted, y'all. Like I am tired. And I was like, I'm sleepy and I'm tired, but I'm excited for tomorrow because okay, I'm not as excited as I was. I'm gonna cut the fan on low. I'm still tired, but it's like I'm tired, but I'm excited at the same time. I can't wait to plan out my garden and like put everything. Like every time I look over towards this direction and see, you know what I'm saying, my beans and my basil, my jalapenos, it just makes me, and my aloe vera, it's like so pretty. Like they're just so green and pretty. This way too. My, you know what I'm saying? I see my little plants seem so happy, and it makes me happy that they're happy, and they're like, and it's just my little happy spot. I'm happy. I am. Thank you. I'm blessed. I am. I was really upset. I was like, dang, why would God destroy my little greenhouse, man? I ain't doing nothing wrong, you know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to grow my little food and try to be as peaceful as possible. I had me a rough beginning of the year, had me a rough year last year, had a rough year before that, trying to be as obedient to God as I possibly can, yo. Every time I try to move on from my ex, it's like he put his foot down. It's like, why, yo? What am I doing wrong, yo? But I love my little greenhouse. It makes me happy. Oh, hopefully and prayerfully, eventually, I'll be able to have me a house. And I'll be able to have, you know what I'm saying, this little hoop house and possibly maybe another one. You know what I'm saying? I want to build one. I do want to build one out of wood because I don't want the, you know what I'm saying, the stuff from the other greenhouse to go to waste. But I know how, you know what I'm saying, how God get down. You best rather be in a situation where he like, girl, if you don't throw that stuff in the trash, bro. I don't know. I don't know what it is. That might be the little peck rat in me, bro. Because I do not. I just feel like it is perfectly fine, and why should we throw it away? You know what I'm saying? Why should we throw perfectly fine? You know what I'm saying? And it might be a situation where God is like, girl, if you don't throw that away, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Even if it is a situation where it's intended for you to get married, yo, and have you somebody mess around and buy a whole other greenhouse and be like, girl, if you don't throw that stuff away. Why is you trying to hold on to that? Let go of it. Y'all know that meme of the picture of the little girl holding on to the little bitty teddy bear. And she, like, you know what I'm saying, Jesus asking her to let go of it, and she don't want to let go of it. And he got the big giant teddy bear behind his back, but she don't want to let go of the little bitty teddy bear. I feel like that'd be me. And it'd be a situation where God gotta snatch it from out my hands. And you know what I'm saying? That might be what happened to my ex. Me trying to hold on to the little bitty teddy bear. And God, like, if you don't let go of that, goddamn, let go of it. Leave it alone. Let it go. Please. I got a bigger teddy bear for you. If you just let that teddy bear go, bro, you can have this big one, but you can't have both. But I am content. I love my little hoop house. It is so cute. Oh, I love it so much. I just love it. It is so cute. It is so like, mm, I can't wait to put little lights all around here. Yo, I'm gonna have to, you know what I'm saying, figure out what kind of lights I want to put in here. But I gotta put my garden beds together first so that I can see how I'm gonna put it and how I'm gonna plan it out. And I don't know. I think I'm gonna put the pink one in here and put the silver ones on the outside. And I think that'll be like the best bet. Put the silver ones on the outside and the pink one in here. And then let the other little pots fill in where they fit in. Cause I don't know how I get down. I got all these little pots. Some of them is empty. I got like 5 pots that's empty, but some of them have holes in it. The ones that have holes in it, I'm really probably gonna end up throwing them away because it's like, what can I do with it? And even though, you know what I'm saying, it hurts because I spent so much, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? These pots is not cheap, bro. These pots were not cheap. But once again, it's a situation where God bought it. So, you know what I'm saying? I can't argue with him, bro. You know what I'm saying? If it's a situation where it broke by his hand, it's a situation where he got to replace it with something better, which he did already. You know what I'm saying? I got, instead of little garden pots, I got garden beds. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to have to let go of some of this stuff. And that's just that. But yeah, I for sure gotta move my beans because they too close to. Even though I think they can grow close to each other like this, but I prefer to have them in a garden bed so they can really do their thing. Cause I don't know about y'all, but I do like beans. I love me some baked beans. I really do. You know what I'm saying? And I wanna, you know what I'm saying, learn how to make my own baked beans. We're gonna make them from scratch, from scratch, from scratch, from scratch. And I want to have my cucumbers going and my tomatoes, my cucumbers going. Hopefully, we get, you know what I'm saying, different varieties of cucumbers. So I not only have cucumbers to put in my salads, but I also want cucumbers to make, like, you know what I'm saying, my own little personal dill pickles. You know what I'm saying? We got dill growing in here too. And I would also like to make some, I want some sweet pickles, and I also want pickles, not pickles, but you know, cucumbers to go in my salads, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we definitely want to do that. Tomatoes, I want to make some tomato sauce this year. That'll make me happy. I would like to make some salsa this year. You know what I'm saying? We got jalapeno and cayenne peppers. I might end up either getting some habanero seeds, or it's too kind of late in season, so I might buy a habanero plant. That'd be nice. But I for sure want to experiment with the different varieties of tomatoes, different varieties of cucumbers, and the different varieties of basil, you know what I'm saying? Just with different kinds of things. I like a lot of fish because I used to be a pescatarian. So I do like baked fish, and I love putting rosemary and thyme and basil in like baked fish. It is so good. Oh my goodness. It's you know what I'm saying? And then on top of all that, you know what I'm saying? I am growing certain herbs because you know what I'm saying, did study herbology, and I know how to make certain medications, and I do want to try to grow my own herbs and get them going so that I'll be able to make my own medications. I'm growing carrots because, you know, I just want to see what purple carrots taste like. You know what I'm saying? I can't say. And radishes, I want to add some of them to my salads. I want to, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I will look up different things that I can make with it. I do have one book on preserving different vegetables that I am studying. I'll probably go end up buying a couple more because I have went through that book, you know what I'm saying? And I, you know what I'm saying, say which recipes that I would like to try, but I can't stunt. I feel like I want to see somebody else's take on recipes on preserving, you know what I'm saying? So I do want to get a couple more books on that eventually when I can afford it. But you know what I'm saying, your girl do like that. This is why, you know what I'm saying. It's one thing I feel like when I like, you know, when I want to learn about something, I don't only like. I like to read books on it. I like to study it, and then on top of that, I like to learn in person. And a lot of the things that I have learned, I did learn in person. I actually talked about that already in this live stream. But you know, one thing that I didn't get to learn from her is preserving foods. You know what I'm saying? We didn't get to that point because I left. I think I stayed out there for about a year. So I didn't get to the season of actually oh Lord, pulling up plants. I didn't get to that season of harvesting and actually learning how to preserve different foods. So I guess I missed that lesson. You know what I'm saying? I left. I graduated before I was supposed to graduate. But that's because stuff was starting to get weird out there. You know what I'm saying? And my son was ready for me to come back to Houston, bro. And it was to such an extent that it was time for me to gizzo. Okay, I could not, I could not deal with my baby and telling me that he wanted to see me in person and he was sick and tired of me being away from him too long. I just couldn't take it no more, and I had to see my baby. And it's not a situation where I let my friend know multiple times, and it seemed like he wasn't trying to hear what I was talking about. Every time I told him that I wanted to see my son, I wanted to visit him, he kept trying to put it off. And I understand, because in reality, he's not his son. So, you know what I'm saying? He didn't understand the way that I felt. So it was a situation where I had to make an executive decision, and I had to let that go and come on back to Houston. But when it come down to it, I feel like I don't want to say that that's something that I can learn on my own, because it is better to learn, like I was saying, it's better, like I feel like it's better to learn every way that you can. Not only by reading, cuz reading does help, but also by actually being there in person and being able to learn from someone in person. And even though, you know what I'm saying, I did get the experience of seeing they had like a basement where she held all her preserves, but when it come down to it, I never saw, like I never learned how to preserve stuff. But that's something I'm gonna have to learn, I guess, from YouTube. You know what I'm saying? YouTube is a wonderful teacher. You know what I'm saying? It's some things that I did not learn out there that I did learn from YouTube. So the YouTube is a wonderful teacher. So we're gonna have to YouTube it out with the preserves and read as many books. I'm gonna have to get some more books on preserving food. And that's the next thing. That's my next step. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to learn how to grow on my own. Um, and I feel like we doing all right. You know what I'm saying? We not perfect. I'm not gonna say I'm perfect. I do appreciate each one of you. You know what I'm saying? Every single one of you that, you know what I'm saying, y'all congratulate me. Y'all say I'm doing a good job. I really do appreciate it. I'm trying. I am. But I feel like I'm not perfect. It's not a situation where everything is growing the way that I want it to, but I am trying my best to try to get it to where I want it to be. But my next step is to learn how to preserve foods, and to try to not only grow the herbs that I need and the things that I need, but also to use the things, you know what I'm saying? Because I know how to make medicine. That's one thing that I learned out there on my own, which is why I say I do understand it's not only a situation, I do get that you can learn better from someone teaching you, but simultaneously, it is possible to learn things on your own. And that's something I taught myself. I taught myself how to make medicine, not only cold medicine, also medicine for if you have something serious, like a more serious type of cold. I learned how to make that. I learned how to make medicine for if you are in pain, chronic pain. I learned how to make medicine for just different things. You know what I'm saying? If you have it, you know what I'm saying, situations like yeast infections and stuff, like you said, true story, for real, for real. I learned how to make medicines for all kinds of things, bro. Seriously. My ex, you know what I'm saying? He had, like, he was trying to grow hair. He was trying to grow his beard. And he was like, I don't know, my beard won't grow out the way I wanted to. I made a medicine for that. Sure did. I sure did. I went in my books and figured out and put a little concoction together, and he started using that. And when I say his beard started growing out thick and strong, I sure did. But you know what I'm saying? I feel like from that perspective, I want to graduate from, like, not only just knowing what herbs to put together, but knowing how to grow the herbs that I need to put together. And then, you know what I'm saying, getting them to the state to where I have dried them out and I'm able to make them into a medicine. And then I want to also learn how to grow different vegetables that I eat. You know what I'm saying? Not only, you know what I'm saying, to eat raw or to eat in a salad, but I also want to learn how to preserve it. I want to learn how to pickle things. I want to make salsa. I want to make spaghetti sauce. I want to make you know what I'm saying, my own ketchup, my own barbecue sauce. I want to learn how to make everything, bro. I swear, I want to learn how to make everything. And especially the climate and the way that things is going in this here world, and the way that these farmers keep on complaining and saying that they don't know how they going to grow food for all these people. Baby, I for sure want to learn how to make as much as I can, because the way that these grocery prices is going up, okay, the way that these grocery prices is going up, your girl want to be over here, and you know what I'm saying, at the very least, the only thing that we need to go to the grocery store and get is meat, okay. I'm just being real. I'm just being real, and that's where I'm at right now. You know what I'm saying? Because eventually, I want it to be a situation where if I get my own land, baby, we ain't even, baby, we gonna have us pigs, cows, chickens. You know what I'm saying? And baby, fish. I want to go fit. Either I'm going fishing and catching fish, or I have fish on my property. And it's a situation where, you know what I'm saying, we're gonna have to say goodbye to one of the cows for the year. Okay. Have y'all seen Cat Williams stand up? Baby, he said when he decided to move off grid, and he got him some land, and he got every animal that tastes good, and he haven't been able to. He said, they my friends, and you expect me to eat them. He said, we still Uber eating and DoorDash and everything. That's the hard part. But baby, when it gets tough, okay, we gonna have to make it, baby. We gonna have to pick a struggle. If we gonna starve, or we gonna have to go ahead and send Coco down to the man, baby. Then Coco finna get chopped and slop, bro. I'm petty. I'm serious. We gonna have to pick one, baby. And she was a pretty cow. You know what I'm saying? And we love this, that, and the third, baby. We gonna have to pick one, bro. You know what I'm saying? You know what I learned? And I learned this from YouTube, bro. One cow can feed a family of, like, you know what I'm saying, about three for a whole year, bro. Like it, I'm just being real, bro. And like a lot of people don't even realize that this is a situation where you raising your own animals and you have your. This is why, you know what I'm saying, when we get into biblical, like when we get into the Bible, and when somebody speaks about somebody being rich, and how Job, they say, well, Job was rich and he had all these animals. It was a situation where he had food, not only like for just right now, but it was like because he had several cows, he had several lambs, he had several chickens, he had several whatever, you know what I'm saying? And it wasn't a situation where one like some people think that when you take like, and that's why you have to be careful of who you take your, you know what I'm saying, your animals to for that, because some people will try to cheat you, but in reality one cow should last you for a whole year. It ain't no situation where you got to take all 10 of them. But I'm just being real. And you know what I'm saying? When it get down to the get down, if it get down to a situation where prices get skyrocket high and it's ridiculous, bro, you definitely want to be in a position to where you can at least sacrifice one of your animals, bro, and you can fill your whole little freezer. I'm just being real. I'm just being real. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even know why I'm talking about this, but y'all already know your girl's a prophetess, so we just talking. You know what I'm saying? And when it come down to it, baby, hey, itching like a bug, bro. I'm just being real. But when it come down to it, you have to understand that, like, if it gets like that, to where the prices is ridiculous like that, It's better to be in a position to where you have your own chickens, your own cows, your own pigs. And you know what I'm saying? And I understand that some people don't eat pork. And if you don't eat pork, I'm not talking to you and I'm not talking about you. But if you are somebody and you love bacon and you love pork, you know what I'm saying, sausage and such, you say you teaching your kids that right now. That's the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. If you know what I'm saying, you like bacon, bro, baby, you gonna have to take little Porky on down to the slaughterhouse, bro. I'm just being real. He gonna feed your family for a good little minute. If y'all, you know what I'm saying, if you portion it right, you know what I'm saying, you have you know what I'm saying, pokey or whatever you call your cow, bro. You know what I'm saying? You take them on down, bro. That's a whole year's worth of meat, bro. I'm just being real. It'd be a situation where you done got you 2, 3 good fishing poles, bro. You can go down to the lake every day and feed your whole family. And it's just like, I just feel like some people act like they don't know and they don't realize. You can, even if you was you from Houston, bro, you can go down to Galveston. They got areas where you can fish out there. Go down to Galveston. You can go to Conroe and fish. You know what I'm saying? They got areas where you can fish out there. It's like $5 to $10 for you to reserve a spot for you and your family to go out there and fish for the whole day. And you know what I'm saying, depending on what kind of whatever you catch, just put it in the freezer, bro. You know what I'm saying, go and slice it. It ain't even hard to fillet fish. That's something that's not really hard. I feel like the most thing is the emotional thing, but in reality, when you gotta eat, you gotta eat. And if it's a situation where you can't stomach the fact of knocking a fish upside the head and filleting it, then you need to get to the vegetables. Vegetarian, vegan, pick a struggle. I'm just being real. Pick a struggle. Because baby, the way these prices is going, okay, everybody was trying to argue with Gold Star, bro, 3 years ago when I first came out with that prophecy about the food shortage. Everybody was trying to argue with me and Star, you need to stop and don't say that and dot. Let me tell you about life and how even if it's a situation where I decide that I'm not gonna say what God told me to say, it's still gonna come to pass. And here we are. Eggs is $5 just for a 12 pack. That way, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about the white eggs. I'm talking about real eggs. It's $5 just for a 12 pack, and that's real. And it shouldn't be that dang high. It don't even cost that much to get a chicken. I'm just being real. Once again, baby, you give a man a fish, he eat for a day. You teach a man how to fish, and he eat for a lifetime. I'm just being real. And this is coming from somebody. I need to go ahead and give me another fishing pole. You know what I'm saying? I used to have a fishing pole. I don't have a fishing pole no more. I'm going to go ahead and invest in one. But obviously, I need a car to get to where I can fish. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. Baby, it's getting tough out here, but I'm just going baby steps. You know what I'm saying? You got to crawl before you walk. And my crawling is, you know what I'm saying, what I can do. Baby, I'm gonna use the words of Jack Sparrow. I'm gonna tell you about what a man can do and what a man can't do. Okay, what a man can do right now, I have seeds, I have soil, and I'm growing what I can. I'm growing what I know I'm gonna eat. You know what I'm saying? My mama says she good, and that's fine. You know what I'm saying? If it's a situation where she wants something back here, she is free to come back here and grab whatever she wants. But you know what I'm saying? If it's a situation where she want me to grow her something, I will. But as of, you know what I'm saying, as of yet, I'm just growing what I want. My son told me what he wanted, and it's back there growing. You know what I'm saying? He said he wanted some watermelons. We're going to try to grow him the most juicy and fruitful watermelons as we possibly can. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying. Because prices is getting high. And even though I know at this point, you know what I'm saying, you know, my son is tall. He is my height. Okay. I'm 35 years old and my son is my height and he is 11. But in reality, you know what I'm saying, right now he is not interested in vegetables like that. But I do want it to be a situation when he is interested in vegetables like that because of the prices of vegetables right now. I don't want it to be a situation where if he wants something, he can't even grow it and he doesn't know. You know what I'm saying? He can easily come out here and see where it come from and how to grow it and how to do X, Y, and Z. And I'm just being real. And I know his dad do his thing too. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like it is important because the world is changing and it's not the way that it was when I was growing up or the way it was when his dad was growing up. And as this world gets the way that it is, I would like him to, you know what I'm saying, to know certain things. But even when it comes to just, you know what I'm saying, that besides the fact, just be in general, bro. I would like to be, I don't want to starve. Okay. I don't like being hungry. And even if it's a situation where I got to come out here and, you know what I'm saying, sit around and pick beans and cook beans and wait hours to eat, at least I'm eating. And, you know what I'm saying, even if it's a situation where I only got salads to eat, at least I'm eating. I don't want it to be a situation where I'm starving. I don't want to go through that again. I know it's not fun. It is not fun. I went through it already. It is not fun. I've experienced what it feels like. You know what I'm saying, to not eat for over 24 hours, and it is not a fun task. And you know what I'm saying. Because of that, you see where your girl is and what your girl got going on. You know what I'm saying. I'm trying to grow my own food. And if God bless me with my own house, baby, we gonna have this one, and I'm gonna try my best to have another one, another greenhouse. I want to have multiple greenhouses, and then it'll be a situation where I have certain things in one and certain things in the other. I have me a greenhouse for my vegetables, and then another greenhouse for my herbs. I ain't playing. I'm gonna have my medicine in one greenhouse and my food in the other. That way, I'm just being real, you know what I'm saying? I'm just being real, bro. I'm just being real. But for right now, we gonna try to fit everything in here and organize it the best that we can to the best of my ability and try to have it going. But you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't know what God got, you know what I'm saying, what he have in store for me. And you know what I'm saying? I know the promises that God has made to me. God said that I'm gonna have me a husband and I'm gonna have me a house and I'm gonna have this, that, and the third. And I'm standing in the spirit for that. But as of right now, I feel like this is possibly me training. This is like, you know what I'm saying, me graduating from what I had going on last year to having something new going on this year. And hopefully and prayerfully, we just gonna keep on going, you know what I'm saying, further and getting bigger and bigger with it. But it is hard and it is difficult to deal with certain things. So yeah, and that was a deep sigh. So I guess that was, I don't know what that was for or who that was for. I don't know if that was for somebody that's watching right now or somebody that's going to be watching later, bro. But you know what I'm saying? I just feel like it is a situation where God wanted that to come out. But it is important, you know what I'm saying, to learn how to grow your own food. And even if it's a situation where, like, I remember God even led me to say that when I was talking about the food shortage. Like, even if it's a situation where you're just learning to know where your food comes from, some people have no idea. Like, some people really don't know what they food literally grow out the ground, bruh. Some people have no idea how it grows. They don't know what the plant look like. They don't even know. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at my jalapeno pepper plant. Some people don't know that jalapenos start out as flowers. Some people don't know that. Cayenne peppers too have no idea. The cucumbers too have no idea that it starts out as a flower and then it turns into the fruit that you eat. You know what I'm saying? Strawberries start out as a flower and they turn into a fruit. Some people have no idea. And I know that some people have no idea because when I first started gardening, I had no idea that jalapeno peppers started out as flowers and then they turned into fruit. And you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure it's some people on here that, you know what I'm saying, I turned the camera around to the plant and that was like, what is she talking about? It's a bunch of peppers. What is she? Ain't no peppers over there. The flowers turn into peppers, bro. Some people don't know that. Have no idea where their food come from and how it grows, bro. And some people, like, I'm just being honest, some people have no idea, and that's crazy, bro. How is it that you don't know how your food grows? And I didn't even think about that until I started growing food, and I was like, how is it that I've been eating this for years since I was a child, and I had no idea how it came out the ground? I'm just being real. Even some of the varieties of foods like lemon basil. Once again, I'm allowing the basil to do what it's doing because it tastes so good. Some people don't even know what it tastes like, what lemon basil tastes, and it's so good, yo. It's so good. Some people don't even know that there are different varieties of basil. And I know this for a fact because when I first heard of lemon basil, I was like, what is lemon basil? When I first went, and the first time I bought lemon thyme, not this year, years ago, I had no idea that there was a such thing as lemon thyme, nor did I have an idea of how good it tastes and how good it would make my fish taste, bro. No idea, bro. Some people have no idea the different kind of varieties of food that are out there. Some people don't even know it's a such thing as purple peppers. And it is. Some people are probably shocked that I said I have purple carrots and red carrots growing in my garden, bro. Like, this is why I feel like, why not? You know what I'm saying? Even if it's a situation where you feel like you could easily X, Y, and Z, bro. Like, come on now. It's several different varieties of tomatoes. Some people probably don't even realize that there are pink tomatoes, bro. Pink, purple. They come in different colors. They have different flavors. They have different varieties of everything. And a lot of people don't even realize it. And I'm sorry if y'all feel like, dang, Star, you guarded and you preach it at the same time. I mean, I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't help you. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to preach to y'all. I'm just being real. It's like, I know me, when I first started trying out different varieties, when I first got off grid and I got the opportunity to try different varieties of vegetables, I was in shock and appallment because I couldn't believe that I had never tasted some of the fruits that I was able to taste. I had never experienced some of the things that I was able to experience. Do you know how to make homemade fertilizer? I do, but I don't make it. I have seen different people's, you know what I'm saying, recipes and how they make it, but I don't make my own homemade fertilizer. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really have kitchen scraps like that to make my own homemade fertilizer. To be honest, I would also need a container to put it in. It's to be like I would need something to put it in, like some kind of bowl or container. And it's like I have pipes, but they have holes in it, so I don't think that would be suitable. I would have to have some kind of container to put that stuff in, and then I would have a place to put it. I will need to have a place to put it and a container to put it in. I would like to get into making my own homemade fertilizer, but the fertilizer I use now is organic. Let's see. It's right here next to me, low key, but I have to dig for it. I use Fox Form, and I use the variety pack of Fox Form. I use this one is the Grow Big, and it have all three. And this one is the Buzz and Bloom, and I also have the other one in it. And I know it's high. You know what I'm saying? I would prefer to make my own homemade fertilizer. It will be cheaper. But you know what I'm saying? Hopefully and prayerfully, all my plants grow and they grow big. And you know what I'm saying? I'll be able to make my own fertilizer next year. But right now, I don't even have nothing to make fertilizer out of. To be honest, you know what I'm saying? I'm just being real. But I do have an idea and I do know how. But I do know that's one thing that got me into gardening for sure, for sure. I wanted to learn how to make my own herbs so that I can make my own medicine. And then when I got off grid, I excuse me y'all, I started learning about the different varieties of tomatoes. That was the first thing that I learned about that had different varieties. I went into my friend's mom's garden and she like showed me her tomatoes and she had like her tomatoes like the size of my greenhouse. She had tomatoes lined up on either side and it was like this like tomato plant after tomato plant after tomato plant after tomato plant, and all of them were different varieties, different colors. All of them tasted different, and I was in shock. I had no idea that there were that many different varieties of tomatoes. I had no idea that they had different like you know what I'm saying, the flavors and the different like it was just it was mind boggling. I was in shock. I had no idea. The show on YouTube show how to do it. I'm gonna have to look them up. I had no idea that there was so many different varieties of tomatoes. And then, you know what I'm saying, when I started looking up seeds, I had no idea that there were so many different varieties of cucumbers. You know, last year my cucumbers didn't do what I wanted them to, but I feel like I put them in the wrong kind of pot. The pot that I had for my cucumbers, my basil kind of took over. Once again, I will have to get out here. I guess tomorrow, bro. Once I get them pots, the beds going, I'm gonna have to break up this basil and spread it around the garden in different areas. Hopefully, they don't be upset with me. But we saving them for a reason because it's kind of growing like a weed at this point. But you know, I like it. It tastes good. I love lemon basil. It tastes so good, and lime basil. It tastes so good. It smells good and it tastes good. But anywho, I do want to spread it around, and you know what I'm saying, and get it. You know what I'm saying, put it in pots with his friends. Like you know what I'm saying. I did with this flower over here. I put this basil over here. When I put it over here, it was not this big, and it just bloomed. Y'all see it? It didn't got so big over here. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take the basil up in certain spots and put it where I want it to be and spread it around. But that's one thing that really got me into gardening when I started learning about how different plants had different flavors and different varieties, and I had no idea. I really had no idea that you know what I'm saying. So vegetables could taste so good, like and it's like it was shocking to me. And I know when I first said that, y'all thought I was, you know what I'm saying, trying to get on people. I'm being honest because that was my perspective. I didn't even know that there was a such thing as purple tomatoes and orange tomatoes and pink tomatoes. I had no idea. I had no clue, bruh. There was such thing as purple peppers and you know what I'm saying? Like at all, bruh, at all. I like not only is gardening a very relaxing and calming hobby, but it can be pretty too. I had no idea. Mhm. And I know most people don't, you know what I'm saying, go crazy like me and try to put pink decorations all over the place. And you know what I'm saying, get pink and purple like little stands. But at the same time, I love it. It makes me happy. It makes me calm. It brings me peace, and it brings me joy. It's a really cool hobby to me. It is. And being able to taste the different varieties of vegetables, it brings me peace and it brings me joy. But I do want to get into preserving the different vegetables that I grow. Baby, we're gonna smoke another cigarette. And that's it for the show because we have reached the end of the ain't no more beer. Ain't no more beer. We done. But I think that's what I'm gonna do tomorrow. I'm gonna put my little pink garden bed on this side over here, and I'm gonna put the two silver ones on the outside, and kind of have it where it's sitting on top of the edge of the greenhouse. Oh Lord, excuse me, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm tired. Putting this hoop house together was very exhausting. I am so tired. But yeah, I'm going to put the silver garden beds on the edge of the hoop house, and then I'm gonna put the pink one on the inside in here. I might spray paint them tomorrow. I don't know. I might. I might do it tonight. I don't know, but I'm so tired. I just feel like when I go inside, I'm going inside, and that's the end of it. I feel like I'm gonna go inside and go to sleep. I don't even. I just feel like I'm not gonna be up for spray painting. But I don't know. I might. But you know what I'm saying? If I do that, I know I'm gonna have to lay out either some plastic or some cardboard and etc. You know what I'm saying? But it would be better for me to go ahead and spray paint it tonight, spray paint the pieces tonight, and then tomorrow when I get ready to put the garden bed together, it'll be already together. It'll already be painted. But I'm tired. I am. I'm exhausted. And the only reason I haven't got up and went inside the house from this greenhouse is because I'm just in complete peace. And it is bringing me like, it's very relaxing just sitting out here. It's very calming sitting inside the greenhouse. And I'm just so happy because it's so big. It's not, you know what I'm saying? My other one, I think it stopped like right here. It stopped right here where I'm sitting at. And this greenhouse is all the way, you know what I'm saying? It's so big that the camera is halfway through. Y'all ain't even seeing the whole just of the greenhouse, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me show y'all. You see, y'all is like halfway through. And we got all these plants over here. And it's like all this. I gotta clean that up. Don't judge me. We're cleaning that up tomorrow. We doing that tomorrow. Okay. But it's big. And you know what I'm saying? It basically it's basically a situation where the whole gardening area is greenhouse. Like the whole gardening area is the hoop house, and I'm so happy. It makes me so content. Even my little garden rack fit inside the hoop house, and I'll have to leave nothing outside. Oh, all the stuff that's out there, except obviously the part to my little garden bed. I'm gonna bring that in here, but everything else that's gonna go in the garage. I'm probably gonna take some of it in there tonight, but all that's gonna go in the garage, and I'm gonna end up breaking it down tomorrow. And you know what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but it's probably gonna go in the trash to be honest, because I might save the little I forgot what that stuff is called, but it ain't. It's like I just feel like halfway. What's the point? I gotta hold, and I love this. I just love this little hoop house. It's making me so happy and content. I'm happy with it, and I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I know one thing. It really. It lasted for when it lasted, but at this point, it ain't. You know what I'm saying? It just made me mad, and I'm happy with my little hoop house. It's making me content. It's cool. I'm looking around at my plants. My plants sleep. I'm finna go in the house and go to sleep too. All my plants sleep. Hold on. One of my little bean plants look like it's still up, hanging out with me. Most of them sleep though. It's 77 degrees in here. It's still hot. I'm gonna have to get a fan fire here. But I'm finna get ready to shut it down for the night, y'all. I'm tired. And I know I got a whole little day planned tomorrow, baby. We did already talked about all the things that we gotta do. Oh, I'm so happy though. I love hoop house. I like it. I like it. I gotta be a little hoop house still. I'm so happy. Mm, I was upset. I felt like God was upset with me, yo. I was like, what did I do? What did I do wrong? I was like, what did I do wrong? Oh my God. Oh my Lord. But I'm gonna definitely be live with y'all tomorrow. And I messed around and do a vlog too. Oh, I'm so tired. It makes no logical sense how tired I am. These shoes. But I am gonna bring my little hold on. Just got the phones right here. Yeah, it's 10:30, baby. It's well past my time that I typically go to sleep. Oh. Hold on to the greenhouse. All right, y'all. Thank you for hanging out with a G. I love you to bits and pieces, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Deuces.